black woman has had to hold down the black house by herself, although imperfectly. Most of our children are raised by a single mother right now. And it has been that way for about 50 years. And she can't do it because all the other men before you who disappointed her. So what I'm saying is, black men, we got to be patient with our women because we created that personality. We created that. And then we want to act like we didn't play a role.
We have to be held accountable for their poor selection.
No, you have to be held accountable. No, you have to be held accountable because they have a poor selection. See, what you're saying, you're selecting a poor mate. And what I'm saying is they don't have much to select one, so of course you're going to end up with a poor mate. And why is she going to end up with a poor mate? Because we as black men are not raising black boys to be the men that our women need. We are not.
The fathers that are there, because they are very, very necessary. Yeah. However, I got a problem on, again, the women that stayed. Because earlier we talked about how before we can even, as black women, get our mental health right, before we're even ready, we raise children. And we don't get the luxury of, this is too hard, I'm a bounce. No matter what, we got to make it work and we got to do what we do. So, though I don't want to shit on, again, black men for being there, because we definitely need them. Let's stop on black women for staying and trying to raise our kids the best we can.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Unspoken Heart Discussion Hour. We are the women of views and vibes. Now, I know some of y'all, when y'all seen that title, you know, on Facebook and on Twitter, TikTok and them, that you was having a lot of questions pertaining to it. We haven't really had the time to even express some things of the overwhelmed. I call them household technicians, not housewives, not single mothers in the household technician, which I feel is a job as well. So we're going to be discussing the overwhelmed woman on both sides when, you know, she doesn't have help and when she does have help. So make sure y'all call in and make sure you share. Thank y'all so much. Now, as we get started, I'm going to go ahead and bring in our cast today. No other than what I call is my mouth, because she's very outspoken, but you can't do nothing but love her. The assistant host of the show, Denise.
Hey, how y'all doing?
And the ones that look at things from both sides of perspectives, that know how to wake you up on subjects that you cannot even think of. The one and only Miss Keisha.
Hello, family.
Hey.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Living the dream.
Pretty good today.
Yes, yes. I truly enjoyed the men's show yesterday. They did a fabulous job. And I'm going to tell you, you know, they be bringing that fire. What do y'all think?
Oh, yeah. They be on it. They're on it. They're on their topics.
Yeah, I love their topics. Their topics are pretty hot.
Yes, yes. They bring that laughter as well.
Yeah, funny characters.
Yeah, and I can't help but say this is the first time you did not even call in, Denise.
I know, right? I was at work. I was training somebody, so I couldn't.
I think your voice was missed yesterday.
Yes.
So
but it's all right. I'll get them next time.
Watch out. But I mean, in your perspective, I mean, we seen the video from the man and the woman's perspective of what they thought about it. I know when I came up with my grandmother teaching me how I was supposed to be molded into a mother and a woman, and also, you know, learning how to be that wife for that man. But when you feeling like everything is on your shoulder, it's like it comes to a point to where you have a breaking point, to where you cannot take it anymore. So coming up, as in being raised, because I know y'all probably was raised by your mothers or grandmothers, and I was raised by my grandmother. She put all the skills and the morals there. What was your idea when you think of now, and from looking back then and what they taught you? What do you think now is what they was trying to install and prepare you for as a woman and also, as a mother? And I'm gonna start with Denise.
Okay, so that's kind of difficult. I had both parents in my household, but it's not all good. But I had both of my parents in the household. My mom raised us the best she could with the knowledge that she had herself. So, with that being said, it was more like we learned by watching her. We learned how to sew, cook, clean, and take care of whoever we with through her, by watching her every move. She allowed us to cook by ourselves, experiment, grow things and stuff like that. So we learned a lot from my mom. And then we also learned from our biological father, some farm work, how to cook and take care of stuff around the house and things. But unfortunately, he had his dark side that kind of messed everything up. So with that being said, yeah, my mom did the best that she could raising us, and we had a great time with the stuff that she showed us how to do. Cooking was her main thing.
And Miss Keisha.
Well, I did have both of my parents up until I was about 8, and then life changed for me drastically. So I was predominantly raised by my grandmother. And I believe that's where I get my strong beliefs, my strong faith, because that is what she showed me. So I learned how to cook, I learned how to um sew, I learned how to like get through the hard times. So what she instilled in me, now that I think back, I think it all serves a purpose now. She showed me how to push through because we were poor, but she showed me so much love that I didn't even realize I was poor, because she never let us see that side. It was always something on the stove. It may not have been a lot, but my grandmother showed me how to have a lot of perseverance and how to push through. So now that I am a single parent and I am raising my children, I am trying my hardest to instill those things in them. That's what I feel like I was being set up for, was a time such as this right now, that I'm living as a single parent, raising boys and girls. So I'm glad for the rearing that I got, because if not, I don't think I would have been able to make it. Like if I was in this time right now trying to make it from the little experience that these parents teach now, I wouldn't be able to make it. I would fail horribly.
Yep.
I mean, I have to agree with both of y'all. I can relate at the same levels because the times have changed, and teaching our young women how to come up to be, the right example within their own households. Because you find a lot of women now, they being more their daughter's friend than they are being the mother that they need to be for them in their life. Because coming
friends.
Exactly. Because I'm telling you, when I came up with Big Mama, I didn't feel that she was a friend. She was more like a mother to me, teaching me how to cook by scratch, so to show me how to make pillows, comforters, and clothing and stuff. And just like what Denise was, Keisha was saying, she didn't have money. She was on a fix. She worked at the hospital downtown, in housekeeping, but it was the love that she poured into me and teaching me everything that made it seem like it was a lot. It was a lot. And especially how to uphold yourself, how to dress yourself, how to speak. And there's a lot of things now that they're not taught that. And the one thing I'll never forget is when I was 9 years old and she put me in a kitchen and she said, "It's time for you to learn how to cook." She said, "If you burn it, we still gonna eat it. That's how I become the best. But the way to a man's heart is through his stomach." Nowadays, that's not the truth.
No,
No.
they could care less. They could care less. But I'm gonna be honest with you, because I have 4 boys and stuff, and my stepson. Shoot, that's a lot of boys. But I had to teach them how to cook because I knew what world they were coming into. So I had to teach them how to cook. I taught my boys how to cook since they were little. So they will be able to cook the basic thing and experiment to finish cooking. They will learn. They learn how to cook. They know how to grow things and all that stuff. They even know my eldest son knows how to barbecue. And the rest of them, they know how to cook. They know how to take care of themselves.
Yes, yes. And see that's one thing that I could say to like even when I had my own children, started having my own children, my eldest son, my second eldest son, I started putting him and teaching him how to cook, how to wash, how to sort clothes, how to do things around the household. And, my dad would always say, you shouldn't be having him doing that. You're going to make him soft. No, I'm teaching my son how to make it survive on his own. And even if he get that woman and she gets disabled, because you can't say what life is going to do.
That's right.
If she become disabled, he got it.
Mhm.
Even as setting example in taking care of your children. Because that's one thing he said. He said, Mom, I want to be the dad that my dad isn't to me. And you could tell the path that he was going because of the foundation that I was laying for him. It was not to make him soft, it was to prepare him for the world, but also to learn how to survive on his own without depending on somebody else.
Who's this beautiful lady?
And we have also coming in now our motivational speaker, Miss Honey.
Hey.
Hey, honey.
How's everyone?
All right.
We
How
good.
you doing?
Great. Now we were just discussing about how we came up, with our grandmothers and mothers and how they laid the foundation in order for us to be the mothers and wives or women that we are today. And, laying those skills and foundation. What do you remember, coming up from your mother and the teachings when it came down to that for you?
From my mother or my grandmother? Which one?
Both.
I just remember them laying the foundation of respect yourself, respect others, um, the morals, it's a lot. It was two different input that from my mom and then my grandmother. So but my grandmother was a church woman when I was little. We all was raised in the church, but um I don't, it was just mostly church and respecting and, all the good things that the Southern people give you.
Did you get like life skills like?
Yes, I've learned how to coming in.
Come on, I know you. You from the Southern side. I know they
Yes,
had you.
but see, the one thing I can remember, honey, I think I shared it with you before, because it's like on my book that I'm working on now. People, some might not understand. I got a little girl above that's holding a baby doll. The one thing that stuck with me, with my grandmother, it was so loving and memorable. Was I remember she came in from Baptist Hospital, and she came in with this baby doll. And it was one of those bottles where one was orange juice and one was milk. And when you turned it up,
Oh
it disappeared.
yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
with the high chair. But what she did with that baby, she showed me how to love a child.
Uh-huh.
How to, she hold it and, caress it. And, that's one thing, I can say I can thank God for it because she did. She taught me how to love and to pour my life into my children.
That's true. Well, I was taught how to love regardless of what people choices is and who they are. I was taught to love people for who they are, not their preferences and. But the one thing that I do remember is to respect myself and love myself.
Mm-hmm.
Way I will be able to respect and love others.
Love it, love it. Yeah, we have the foundation on the cooking, the cleaning, the sewing, the children, and all this. Our grandmothers and mothers instilled within us, to where, like we mentioned before, that you know that's missing nowadays. It was shocking to me when my daughter's friend came to me, and she was like, "Mama Spice," she says, "I don't know how to cook." I'm like, "Wait a minute, what?" And that was shocking to me. But that's where it goes for, like, where you supposed to discern when it's time to be mama, because I'm not your friend.
No.
Okay. And I think that's where, like, even with these young mothers in the past, some of the mothers that got, you know, kind of lost in time, to where there come a place in a time where you have to sit down and say, look, at the end of the day, I am mama and I got to be mama. And just like I've told my kids, God holds me responsible in doing what's right as a mother, whether you like it or not.
Absolutely.
So in that, could you tell me also, when it came down to going into relationships, do y'all remember anything that your mother or your father or your grandmother, you know, had passed down to you in order to help you in steps in being in a relationship in the household? I'm gonna start with Honey this time.
Yes, my mama, no matter who she dated, she wasn't one of the ones that bring people home unless it was something serious. First time I knew that my mom was dating, I was 9 years old, and she came home one day and she was like, set all three of us down, her kids, and she asked us what we felt about having a stepdad and having a man in her life and our life, and we was like, we fine with it as long as you're happy. And she said, well, okay, I'm gonna bring him to dinner next week, so all of us could sit down and talk and y'all can get to know him. And that was the first time ever my mom brought a guy to the house, but she was engaged to the guy already. So, so the respect of her children is what I learned to pass down to my children. Always respect your kids. Don't let everybody come in and out your house, in and out your children's face, in their presence, because everybody is not there for a lifetime. You understand what I'm saying? So it's the respect for me that I really gained for my mom, that she gave her kids.
It's same for Keisha.
Okay, so what I believe, see, my parents were married until my mother was called home. So I didn't see too much of a whole lot being drawn in. And my grandmother, once my grandfather passed, she never dated again either. So unfortunately, relationships were not so much taught in my home. So I learned a lot about relationships from I had a wonderful pastor and first lady, and she is the one that put a lot of nurturing into me. How to first respect yourself and love yourself first of all. They used to call it back then, don't be fast running around with them little boys, So as a young woman, as a young girl growing up, see, back then it was a lot easier to get away with stuff. But when you had a first lady like mine, it's like she could see through you and she would burn you with them eyes. So she is the one that instilled a lot of fear in me about how I view relationships. And looking at it from the church point of view, you're taught to, for women, honor your husbands, husbands, honor your wives, love your wife. So I got a lot of my relationship knowledge from, I guess, the best place in some people's eyes and mine was looking at my pastor, looking at relationships in my church. Even to this day, I surround myself with people that showed genuine love. I really don't like to deal with a lot of people that cheat and, are unfaithful to their spouse. So I try not to surround myself with those people, because my strong belief is still in honor thyself, honor God, and honor the person that you're with.
100% agree with that, because I did have my grandma. My grandmother and my mom were my best. My grandma she was definitely the church lady, and she's don't be going out there fornicating and out there just being all loose. Be out there, you get married first. You don't have relations, see, and all this kind of stuff. She was on it. My mom, she instilled a lot of her greatest character that she instilled in us was being kind and giving and forgiving.
Mm-hmm.
She was a lot of that. She was very, very giving woman. She'd give you her last dollar. She'd give you the clothes off her back. She was so giving and so kind to people. She took in people. I mean, one time we was out in the country, and these girls called themselves to run away. These two little white girls decided they was going to run away in the country. I'm not understanding why, but they ran away in the country, and they end up at our house. And we found out where their parents were, and we told the parents where they were. The parents came out to our farm where we were. And for punishment, they had to stay with us for the rest of the summer and do every chore that we did. And that was slopping the hogs and feeding the cows and everything. So we learned a lot from my mom. She was a very beautiful, kind woman. She was. And my grandma was too.
And Denise just sparked up memory.
What?
And some of y'all didn't know. And I don't know if she remembered that. And some of y'all didn't know. Me and Denise go back all the way from high school.
Yeah, we do.
And when she said the runaway girls, I was one of those girls. If you remember, I ran away, and it was Alonzo that told on me. And where I was at Denise's house with her sisters.
Yep. And she was.
I was told, forgot about that. But yeah, I can say, like, with my grandmother, because like I said, she had to help raise me. And it wasn't because I was a troubled person. It was because of the environment that I was in was not healthy and safe for me. But I could say from my parents' standpoint, it was not a healthy example for a relationship, because there was a lot of, domestic violence going on and arguing and seeing the different women come by the house, just being disrespectful to the wife. But being with my grandmother, I can honestly say that, she didn't want to be with a man since my mom was 2 years old, because she also was in an abusive situation. So I wasn't given that example and that privilege to actually see a healthy relationship. So I had to, along the way, and getting help for myself, I had to learn on my own what it was to pour love into a man, how to really reside in a relationship, what I'm saying, the right way, because I seen the unhealthy relationship, and then I never knew what a healthy relationship was. So, it's good to hear that y'all had that type of example, because I wish I did.
Well, you said that with my biological father was not a good example of a good man. He was not. He was mentally messed up himself. The father, my stepdad, was the best example of a father. He showed my mama love. He showed us love. He treated us just like his own daughters. We got treated well by our stepdad. We were actually little spoiled brats dealing with him. But he was a wonderful, wonderful man, and he was also godly himself. And he was wonderful to my mom. My mom, like honey, my mom didn't introduce him to us until they were engaged.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sure did. We had like a little dinner party, and my mom showed us the ring and said, oh, and we met him. And my mom was nervous because she knew how we were. We were very feisty over our mom. We were very, very protective. And when he came in and he had that accent, we go, huh? What? Because he's from Trinidad. So,
okay.
So we have to learn how to listen. And so when we finally met him the next day or two, said they were nervous, and we said, Mom, we like him. We really do. We really like him. He good. He good. He good. You better keep him.
Yeah, because I don't remember him, but I remembered your mom, and it was just like what you said, that the loving that you could feel from her. She did have a loving aura about her.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that I do remember. And like I said,
she was great.
I totally forgot about that episode because I ran away from my mom's house. My dad was in Korea. I ran away from my mom's house, and then your mom is the one. She didn't know, she didn't know who I was, but you told her. But y'all was trying to comfort me and everything, and because it was just the chaos that was going on in the house. And actually, he was in Fort Hood because he was commuting back and forth.
Yeah.
And so
after that, in a house like I think on the middle street in the far back.
Yeah, we stayed in Lakeside.
Yeah.
Because y'all was in the I remember that y'all was in the country.
We was in the country. Now you remember the hogs and the cows and all that stuff.
Yes. So, I wish I did have that example, but my grandmother ended up taking me back again. She was a church. Oh, God. They used to call her the lady that handed out the Bible tracts. Because Big Mama was trying to save everybody that was on the street. So it was like if she didn't make it to church, she made sure my auntie came and got me. Even if it was pulling me in a wagon, they would make sure I was in the church.
On the church.
In the choir.
Yeah.
But I could say, seeing from both sides, my grandmother had the whole load because she raised the kids by herself. Then she was raising me, but then seeing from my mom, it was like everything that she was doing, everything was on her. I never seen him help her with anything. The only thing he did was provide, and that was it. But dealing with the kids, dealing with the bills, dealing with the household, to me it was like it was all on the woman. So, what we're going to do, we're going to take a break and we're going to come back and we're going to see, this one here is kind of got me like stirred up on the inside. So pay close attention to this video here because we'll be right back. Bro,
what you got here?
What is all this?
How long you been here?
You ain't clean this up.
I said I was gonna clean it up. What time you got here?
I just came in. What is all this stuff all on the floor? You got pizza boxes. Like this is. Look at all this. I told. Look at all this stuff everywhere. Like this don't make no sense.
Just go in the living room. Give me 5-10 minutes. I gotta take a nap.
5-10 minutes? You need to get up now.
I'm taking a nap.
You need to get up now. Look at all that.
I'm taking a nap.
Look, I'm sick. This don't make no sense, man.
I'm tired.
You tired? What? You ain't done nothing.
I don't care. I'm taking my nap. I don't care. I'm taking my nap.
Like this don't make no sense. It's just nasty in here, and you.
I'm done talking. That's it. I'm done.
Like this don't.
Conversation is over.
Like this don't. This really. I don't know what to do.
Exit.
I'm gonna have to sleep on the couch tonight because
I'm telling you.
I'm gonna have to sleep on the couch and come in here and clean this up.
Bro. Sleep on the couch.
What is that? I thought that was a.
Give me 5-10 All this stuff everywhere. You got Chipotle. I need $20. I gotta go to the store later. I don't know what to say. I just don't. You got the 20. I don't know what to say. This is really outrageous. Happy Valentine's to you too. Yeah, right. What you get me? You worried about the I ain't get you nothing. You gonna you ain't get nothing if you need to clean up. I'm not getting you. You thought you deserve something because you ain't clean. Don't make no sense. You got stuff right here too. You ain't even fed the cat or nothing. Don't make no sense. I'm tired. Like you just. I'm tired. Like what? Nah, cause I'm sick of this. Y'all want to help me do shit? I'm out. Man. I need me some time off. I'm done with this. Y'all ungrateful. Y'all don't even appreciate me. What are you talking about? I work. I work, and you know what? I need a break from cooking, cleaning, the bullshit, the argument, the cheating. You and the kids. I work and I do what I can, and you ain't happy about that. That's your problem. You figure it out. What me and the kids gonna do? Come on now. I don't care. Come on now, like that's crazy. And why are you doing all that? But what I'm gonna do, I'm leaving. Everybody. Hell, I'm gonna be honest with you. I never did miss you. Shoot. Perfect. You nasty. You don't clean up. There's bugs around here. Like, come on now. I need help. Like, this don't make no sense. I ain't got no help. Y'all figure it out. Like, this is crazy. I can't even use my arm. Look at you. You a bum. Look at you. Why is you look at you. I be that bum walking out the door. Putting money in the jar. Like, come on now. You just doing this to me and the kids. Like, this don't make no sense. Like, this is ridiculous, man. Look how you acting. So where you gonna go? Don't worry about that, boy. You gonna go to that other nigga house? Make sure you keep your eyes open. If you're a poet and you know it, please participate in the Powerful Poet of the Year. We would love to see your talent and expose it out. You could win this beautiful trophy. All you got to do is inbox me a video of you reciting your best poetry piece. But also make sure you include the title of it and separately send me your contact number so that we can call you live on the show if you win this here. We have actually 4 categories for adults and 2 for the children. So make sure y'all tune in and watch this here. If you have any questions, please, you see the email there, or either you can contact me on Facebook Messenger. Now, ooh, ill. I have a lot to say about that, but ill, man. Okay, I don't know if this woman work or not, but I'm gonna give my opinion. But we're gonna go to Keisha, and then Honey, and then Denise, and then I'll put my input on. What do you feel, and what do you think about this here when you look at this video?
Okay, well, it was some right and some wrong. I feel now, I don't know if she worked or not, but apparently probably not. The reason that this woman's house looked like that is because she had mentally shut down. All the things that she lined out that the husband was doing, she's not getting any help. She had mentally shut down. Because a woman that is well with herself is not going to have her room looking like that. She's going to make sure that the food is prepared for the man. He working third shift. The cat going to be fed. I think she had mentally checked out. We don't know how long she had been going through all of this stuff. The kids were probably dirty. As far as we know, he could have been dirty. He in there filming. He could have, half that stuff in there could have been his, and he wanted her to clean it up. So what I see from that is a mentally disconnected, tired mother, wife, or whatever they are. And we as women, sometimes we get to that point. We not cleaning. We ain't doing one more nothing because we're tired. We're like to the top. And so we don't care how the house look. We don't care if the kids are fed. We don't care if your behind is fed. We don't care about that because at the end, who's taking care of us? She said it. She's not getting any help. So that's my outlook on it.
I agree with Keisha. I believe that by all the everything being put on the one person, the one's helping, can lead to mentally and emotionally shutting down and not caring for anything as far as the house is concerned. So I do agree. If you're not getting any mental, emotional, or physical help, yeah, we will shut down. So
Of course, just based it on the information in front of us, because we don't know all of it, but
correct.
Based on the stuff that's right here, I would have to say, yeah, that's a mental breakdown. Because a lot of times the men think because they work a 9 to 5, that's the only job they got to do. No, no. The biggest job people don't understand is taking care of a home. It's a lot of work because you in there, especially if you got kids, it's even worse. Because now you are the doctor, you the nurse, you the health physician for these children. You are the transporter, limousine driver. You are the butler. You are the phone answering person. You the laundry person. You are the maid. You the cook. You're doing everything. You're doing everything. You gotta make the major title when you become a parent and a wife. I think that was his wife. I think they're married. They're a couple. But she is mentally fatigued out. And depression, people don't know, can cause a person not to clean like they should. The house becomes dirty, the roaches come to play, and the man is disgusted, and he's not realizing that he's part of the problem. Because if you think that you're just going to work your little 9 to 5 or whatever, okay, I can see if he's working 3 shifts, 3 different shifts and stuff, and then he come home and I'm sitting my behind on the couch and like, whatever. Then I can see that. I can. But if he's just working a 9 to 5, she's working 12, 16-hour shift now at home because that job does not end. Matter of fact, let me stop lying. That's a 24-hour job working at home, being at home. Because you got to work and clean and do everything for everybody. And then if you're not appreciated, that makes it worse. I'm just saying.
Now, I've seen both sides, especially me being an ex-wife. Depression will cause you to shut down. That is true. You know, especially when some men think that, okay, you at home, I bring in the money, that's all I'm supposed to do. Okay. But I have also seen women that take for granted what a man does. Because I've seen good men out here. I've seen it firsthand. I had an ex-friend. He was in the military. She sat at home all day, didn't have to work. When she decided to make a little extra money by helping her little friend, she had 2 extra kids that she was babysitting. He would get off from his military job. Now realize these military men get up at 5 in the morning, sometimes 4 a.m. I've seen this man come in. She'll leave and leave the kids that she's babysitting on him. So he watching those kids. She cook. So he cleans the kitchen, put up the food, wash the clothes, fold them, put them up. Imagine she don't work.
Wow.
Now I've seen this firsthand. But she goes off on him for leaving 1 pan of enchiladas in the oven that he forgot.
Oh, wow.
So at the same time, like she said, we don't know this situation here. And I don't. It
That's a
just
hot.
my nerves get back when I see a mess like that because I mean, even if a man's coming over, if he's coming over even for a booty call, why would you want a man to come in that mess?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't feel comfortable with that. But I look at it from both sides because if both of them work, they both can share the responsibilities of keeping things clean and the children.
Yeah.
Now, if he doesn't work, I mean, she doesn't work, why is he coming home to a dirty house?
Nope.
Why the kids are not fed? Now, remember the Jeremy situation. This man was going to work. This girl didn't work. And her and her mama own him, and that put a lot of stress on him as well. So my thing is, you got to look at what type of woman this man is dealing with. Because I'm looking at pizza boxes being put from, just not from one day.
But Spicy, where was that man at? He ain't been working 24 hours. Why didn't he help pick up? Because he probably ate some of it. So he left the house that morning and the house looked the same. Why didn't he help pick up?
Okay, but he went to work. She was at
third
home.
shift. He went to work third shift.
Exactly. If he go to work and she's not working, she should at least have the house clean. Now, true enough, if you make a mess, yes, help me clean it up. But I solely believe if I'm sitting at home and I'm not working, because see, that's why I say household technician, because what we did at home, that's a job. It's a workout with these kids.
Right.
So if anything, both of us need a break for one. Because we both got jobs that's overwhelming us. But at the same time, for him to come home and the house is like that. I don't know how long that house been like that, but it looks like it's been out there for a while.
That's some time. That's at least a couple of weeks.
Yes. And I'm like, she's tired. At first, when I seen one piece of it, I was like, okay, she's tired. She's stressed out. She got too much on her. Now, if she works, then she taking care of the kids because I've been there. I worked, took care of the kids.
Hello?
Y'all hear something?
I don't hear nothing.
Oh, she froze.
Yeah, she did. Oh,
well, I still blame the man because you've been there all of this time. You work third shift. You get up in the morning. You see that the house is looking like that. I think if men take a little more concern, other than why this done and that done, you need maybe get in that bed and be like, baby, what's wrong? Hug her.
Yeah.
Maybe that's all she need. You filming trying to figure out why the house is dirty. What is your part in this?
Yep.
Cover your wife.
She didn't eat all that food by herself.
No. But it's been like that. It's been like that for a while. And he's coming in recording, trying to put her on blast to make her look bad. But this is your girlfriend or your wife or whatever. You go feed the cat. Okay. You start, baby, get up and let's clean up together. Like there's always more than one solution to it. Baby, let's get up. Let's start picking up. Or let's go for a ride, or come on, let's talk. There's so many ways that he could have handled that, regardless. Because sometimes I come home and my house is in disarray. I'm so stressed from work. I just look, come in my room and close my door.
Yep.
Because I'm already over the top with just I'm done.
Yep.
And it looked like a tornado didn't hit my house. I'm like, you know what? I can't today.
Not today. I've done that. I go in the room and I'll just shut the door and just act like it don't exist for a while until I cool off,
and then I can go in and start, okay, do this, do that. But sometimes when we come from work, we can't, you can't mentally even process, okay, there's dishes, there's shoes, there's this, there's that, there's the phone is ringing, you got other meetings to attend. It's just a lot. I mean, I don't have anybody coming in recording me talking about why is this not picked up, because apparently if I'm seeing somebody, he need to be at his own house, because
I've
go
been
home.
Shoes. I've been in both shoes. I've been in the shoes where it had two parents in the house, me and the stepdad, and I didn't work, but I paid all the bills. I also cleaned. I also cooked. Wasn't often because I don't like being domesticated. I only do it when I have to. But I've been in the shoes to where I didn't work, and I still did household things, and I still brought money in the house even though I wasn't. I still, but it can be a little overwhelming when you don't have someone that's not working with you. You know what I'm saying? Just because one or the other is working doesn't mean that both of y'all can't work together and have, keep things kosher around the house. Just because you come home and take your clothes off, that don't mean throw them in the corner on the floor. I have hampers for this. I have hangers for that.
Trash
Even
cans for this.
you can be a help. Just don't throw your stuff around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
You have to go back and pick it up for them.
So I understand what Spicy was trying to say. She's, it's a group effort.
Yes.
That's in anything.
What's that saying? Teamwork make the dream work.
So I'll pose a quick question. So being a single mother, for those that are, I'm a single mother, and let's just say that you guys are single parents. Would you rather at this point have a mate come in and help pick up the pieces, or would you just rather knowing like what's out there? Because it's, like the man said in the beginning, it's not a big selection out there. It's not, because everything now comes with so many conditions and so many different baggages that people are still carrying. Would you rather have a mate come in, or would you rather just continue this journey?
It depends on if they right. Now, if they 100, I don't mind them coming in. But if they coming with the bull crap in the games, they can stay where they at.
Stay, poof, be gone. Don't come in here,
because I can do bad.
My life.
I don't need nobody coming in helping me do bad. That's
and there's got a lot of them that call prey on the single woman, because they know that the single woman is probably looking for someone to be with. So you got a lot of those sketchy men out there that's gonna prey on you and say, "Oh, I love you, kids, and I just want to have you in my life," and blah blah blah. And then
a lot of women, I don't know the statistical count, but a lot of women would honestly, some women are single by choice. Not every single person every woman that is single because she can't get a man, or there's something wrong with her, or something like that. Some women are single because, one, they want to get themselves right here, get their mental together. And then also, a lot of women want to get closer to their God. We want to present ourselves to be acceptable to him. And I can say that.
And get to know.
So a man right now, even though, yes, I would not rather be raising children by myself. I would not rather be being alone all the time. But then I don't want someone that just steps in. I don't like booty calls, because that's what it is. It's not about all that. If you come to me, I want you to come to me like 100. Come to me ready to, it's either all or nothing. I don't like the jumping back and forth. So it's either all or zero, because being by myself, I'm at peace. I don't have to worry about where you at. Is there a side chick? Like, I don't want to worry about none of that stuff. I want to be able to.
Who's that calling you on the phone? It's after midnight. What the hell? Who's this?
Yeah, I want to be able to shut my pretty eyes. So with the stress that we face on our jobs, trying to raise children and make sure they're on the right path, sometimes it's better just to be by yourself.
Absolutely.
Because some people doing more trouble than he didn't even try to stop her when she was packing up her stuff. He instantly started accusing her that she was going to another man's house, instead of trying to say, wait.
They both are fed up and they don't know how to let go.
Nope.
They don't want each other. I can see that from they both.
Well, I think she's more fed up because she wasn't getting help. So I doubt if she's going to another man's house, because that's the last place we want to run if we're trying to get some sanity and some peace.
She wasn't educated.
So he didn't even try to stop her, like, baby, hold on. He just watching her pack a bag, telling her how nasty she is for putting the money in a bag, and So
And
you're
keep
right. They could have been
insulting
over
her.
each other.
Well, yeah, he just kept insulting her.
Sometimes they get in a position to where they think they can't do no better without anyone or whatever, so they just stay in a situation because of the financial or because of the
Mm-hmm.
kids, or they think they can't do it themselves when that's
Yep.
all they're doing anyways, doing it by themselves anyways.
That's why I
Right.
always tell women, even if you are a stay-at-home technician, a stay-at-home whatever, have you a trade that you can do, because then when that man is ready to go, because he feels like you depend on him, and oh, she can't go nowhere because she got kids, or oh, she can't go nowhere because what is she going to do? I would suggest every woman to have some kind of trade that you can do. So if you have to leave, you can make a living for yourself. Don't give somebody the whole complete you to where at any point you're at their begging mercy.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yep.
that is when people take advantage of you the most. That is when they go out and do what they want and expect you to, still maintain everything. Because where you going? You don't have no money
You
because you
get
No.
don't work. You
no
only
No.
have the money he give you.
for the
You don't
next.
have a car. If you have a car, it's in his name.
Give me $20. I can go. I need to go to the store.
Right. So she didn't even have $20. And at $20, what you gonna do with $20? He and I never heard him give her the $20.
Nope. Didn't hear the $20 given to her. Nope. Not at all.
He didn't give her $20. So she racked up the last little bit that she had, which is probably what she been saving. Whatever was in that little jar. She wasn't going too far. And after she pulled out,
I think
she probably
those
came back.
those
Probably why
videos
he ain't
was
worried. Hey,
on
what
two
you doing?
different
He'll be
days.
back here next week.
No,
That's
those videos, the videos that you saw, it wasn't the same day. It was 2 different days.
oh wow.
Oh, which one? The couple?
Yeah, on the couple, it was 2 different days.
Mm.
Yeah, one video. Because remember, she had blonde hair when she was laying on the bed, but she had dark hair when she was in the closet.
Oh, okay. Well, then that makes it even worse, because that means that it never got any better, or they were never able to reconcile any differences if it's two different events, because apparently the same events are going on in both recordings.
Uh huh.
Okay. Well, I
Then
wasn't even paying
nothing happened.
attention to the hair.
Yeah, I did. I paid attention to the hair. It was 2 different days. Okay, I got a message from Spice here. There's an outage in the show, and we will return tomorrow. Okay, so we're gonna end it right here, people. We will return tomorrow. Uh, I'm not sure what time, but we will send out a message, and because right now Spicy is out and the show is not it's not going well now. So what we're gonna do is right now, y'all, we're gonna end the show today. And we thank everyone for watching, and we will continue. We're sorry for the inconvenience, but come back tomorrow and finish watching the ladies. We're gonna talk mess like we do. So we'll holler at y'all tomorrow, okay? Y'all have a good night.
Later, family.
Bye.
Later.
Okay, hold on a minute. Okay, I don't know if everybody can hear me right now. We are in an outage, and so we having really bad technical difficulties. So we will try to pick this back up tomorrow. So if you can, please come back and tune in. Soon as they can get all the technical problems solved, we'll be back tomorrow. My apologies for the inconvenience. Thank y'all for tuning in. I love y'all. Y'all have a good night.